Ever wondered where whiskey, this golden elixir of life, originated? Well, let's take a stroll down memory lane. The verdant landscapes of Ireland and Scotland are where our tale begins, with monks toiling away in the 15th century. These men of cloth, seeking to create medicinal spirits, started distilling barley beer. A process, one might say, that was nothing short of divine. The name whiskey itself is steeped in history. Derived from the Gaelic words uisce beatha, it literally translates to water of life. Quite fitting for a drink that would eventually breathe life into countless gatherings, ceremonies and quiet nights by the fire. From its humble beginnings in monastic distilleries, whiskey has evolved, yet its soul remains untouched. It's still that golden liquid, born from barley, blessed by time, and savoured by those who appreciate a good tale. So the journey of whiskey started as a medicinal concoction by monks, but how did it become the beloved drink we know today? From the monastic distilleries of Ireland and Scotland, how did whiskey find its way across the globe? You may wonder? Well, it was a journey as interesting as the spirit itself. As settlers from the British Isles migrated to the New World in the 18th century, they brought with them the art of distilling whiskey. The fertile fields of corn in the Americas led to the creation of a new style of whiskey, now known as bourbon. This corn-based, barrel-aged spirit quickly gained popularity, becoming a staple in American culture. But it wasn't just the settlers who played a part in the spread of whiskey. The British Navy, known for its global expeditions, had a hand in this too. They carried whiskey on their ships, introducing it to far-reaching corners of the world. And so whiskey sailed across the oceans and found its home in various parts of the world, each developing its unique style. Now, let's delve into the fascinating process of making whiskey. At the heart of every bottle of whiskey are three simple ingredients: water, grain, and yeast. The grain, often barley, rye, or corn, is first malted and mashed to create a sugary liquid known as wort. The yeast is then introduced, fermenting the sugars into alcohol and giving us what's called the wash. This wash is then distilled, a process where heat is applied to separate alcohol from the rest of the mixture. Distillation occurs in a copper still, a device that's as much a piece of art as it is functional equipment. The alcohol vapor rises through the still's neck, condensing into a clear liquid known as the spirit. But the spirit isn't whiskey just yet. No, the magic happens in the aging process. The spirit is stored in wooden barrels, often charred oak, for a period of years. It's here that our whiskey acquires its colour, character, and a good deal of its flavour. For Scotch whiskey, there's an additional step: the cutting of peat. Peat is a type of soil, rich in decomposed vegetation. When dried and burned, it infuses the malted barley with a distinct smoky flavour, a trademark of many Scotch whiskies. From grain to glass, the creation of whiskey is truly an art form, isn't it? We've traversed the journey of whiskey, but how do we truly appreciate this golden spirit? Now we delve into the art of enjoying whiskey. It's more than just a drink. It's an experience that involves all your senses, from sight to smell and, of course, taste. Let's start with the basics. Whiskey can be enjoyed in a variety of ways: neat, on the rocks, with a splash of water, or mixed into a cocktail. Each method reveals different dimensions of the spirit's character. Neat. You get to appreciate the whiskey in its purest form. On the rocks, the chill mutes the alcohol's harshness, unveiling subtler flavours. A splash of water can open up the whiskey, releasing hidden aromas and tastes. In cocktails, whiskey becomes a team player, blending with other ingredients to create something entirely new. But the art of enjoying whiskey goes beyond how you drink it. It's also about nosing. That's right, smelling your whiskey before taking a sip. The aroma can give you a preview of the flavours to come, and of course, there's the taste. Savour it. Let it roll over your tongue. Identify the tasting notes: the sweetness, the spice, the smoky peat, the oak. It's a symphony of flavours, a story in a glass. Remember, the best way to enjoy whiskey is the way you like it most. Here's to the water of life. Cheers!